Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Lavelle Time Works YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me here today. We're going to disassemble a watch. That'll be the video. A little bit of a backstory. This is from a customer. They wanted to basically sell this watch. Said, hey, go ahead and do some work on it, sell it. We'll hash out everything from there. Came on this band, and as you can see, scissor style bands, but the end is broken and I don't really have the tools to fix that. I know you just have to fix that little rivet both sides. Kind of worn out too. Color's faded on that, so we'll find a different band for it. Girard Perregaux, let me know if I'm saying that wrong. Totally okay being corrected if I'm doing something wrong. So we're gonna go and get this thing open. Engraved on the back, HBK 1950. Interesting. Customer, that's not their name, so who knows who that's from. Not a gold case, just a plated case, or a filled. This is a filled case. We're just going to go ahead and disassemble it so I can get cleaning, and then I'll put it back together. And this watch, yeah, once I test it, make sure that it's all working and everything. Working well, that is. A little bit of sort of oxidized stuff, metals, on the edge of the dial there, but that's all hidden underneath, so the dial itself looks in pretty for what you're going to see when the watch is all. Hands off here. Been a while since I've done a video on here. Hopefully this is all working. I had to reset up the microphone, webcam, microscope camera. Hopefully it's all looking good, sounding good. Did a couple tests before. For now. Off there. I'm going to lay everything out in this video. Should be on the camera. I've seen some people say that you can just seconds hands off. I'd rather not risk it. There's plenty of space underneath it. I should. And lift it off, and it looks like it's magnetized. Is on there good. Okay, so there's that off. Girard Perregaux. Like I said, I believe that's how you pronounce this. I could be wrong. There's some watch brands out there that have some names. Case aside. Wow. Look at that. Oh, it's showing signs of life too. That's always good. I haven't wound this or anything. The movement overall looks in great shape. I'm sure I'll have to get a new mainspring. Watch is old. Possibly. You don't. I'll have to check it out though, but I want to make sure that this has a good amplitude. Overall, so far, I mean, that's looking. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm just holding this with my hand right now while I still have the dial on. The fact that that's taken off, really good sign. I don't see a lot of dust and dirt in here. Grease. My microphone cutting out really bad. Here, I'm going to just make an adjustment on the. Bear with me here. Lower that down a little bit, I'm sure. Is that better? Can you? Okay. Got a threshold so that you don't just hear random sounds and just when I'm talking. And I don't know if it was missing some words there. But yeah, that looks in relatively good shape. Like I said, nothing looks really too dirty or oily or anything. And I haven't wound this. Aside from just that, a couple little turns there. Not full turns or anything. Wow. Maybe this is in a lot better shape than I thought. Alright, so we got to get this dial off. I always have to adjust this for you guys. Well, it's weird doing that, not looking at it. That one not in there? That one's not in there. I don't know if I'll be able to find one of those. I'll have a look. Maybe I can just sacrifice one from another movement that I have sitting around. Actually, let me get the... I've got a tool kind of for this little plastic, whatever it's called, Delrin tip. Oh, there's a third one. Is that what it is? Did I not do that one? Wow. Is there a fourth one? And again, I'm doing this on the fly live. Okay, nope, so there's just the 2 dial feet. What was that other hole for then? What was that other hole for? We'll have to look a little closer. Back side of the dial there, if you need to see that. It looks like that. I'd say that's pretty standard there. Looks like there's a number. Just ended up on the 9055 or something. So I do know that there is once upon a time there was a registry or whatever where watchmakers had like certain numbers and they would write their number inside the watch to say that they worked on it and you could trace it back to who worked on it. That's defunct now. I wish that was still a thing, but in this day and age. I believe the movement here, I forget the exact brand name. We got FEF 86. So if I'm looking for a new mainspring, I can look up that number through my suppliers, through the books that I have, the different resources, and I should be able to find a new mainspring for this. And again, up here, this is usually where you see a lot of grease and such. And there is a little bit. This is the entry point, especially for a non-waterproof watch, water-resistant watch. You can see right in here, there's all sorts of dried grease, maybe some dust, but it stayed over there for the most part. Here's a little piece of something. So that shouldn't just pop off. That is supposed to be friction fit. You need force to remove it from the post here. This is the center wheel. Or the fourth wheel. No, second wheel. Sorry, my terminology is wonderful. And all these parts have like 3 or 4 different names depending on where you're at, who you're talking to. But no, this looks overall pretty good. So I shouldn't have to do too much work just beyond a I've got an ultrasonic cleaner and then my L&R machines to get this really cleaned. And before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and tighten up those screws. I always forget to tighten those up, and then I have to go fishing in my cleaner or in the basket. Usually it stays in the basket, but wow. I'm definitely operating at a pace today, if you guys couldn't tell. So bear with me. It's Sunday morning. Actually, it's afternoon now. Been watching the Olympics. You guys watching the Olympics at all? Or did you watch the Olympics? By the time you see this, the Olympics are going to be over. Oh, okay now. Okay now. You know, if you guys got better recommendations for movement holders, let me know. Got this guy here. Got one of these, double-sided. And I know you can kind of file these down at an angle in to help hold the movements better. I mean, this is in here pretty solid, but it still wobbles. Maybe I'm supposed to go the other way with it. Maybe that'll help hold it better. That does actually seem better. Didn't lose that screw, didn't leave a mark, so no harm, no foul. No gloves here. Hands are clean. And this is all going to get cleaned here in just a couple of minutes after I get this all apart. You know, I'm just going to grab something a little more sturdy. Well, I felt that hit my leg. Give me a second here. You guys can stare at this watch for a second. I felt that it hit my leg, and I don't want to move until I find it. So give me a quick minute here. Here, we can mute this microphone right here. Never mind. I'll find that later, but I know that it's right underneath me. Like I said, I felt it hit my leg, and I don't want to just start crawling over the floor right now. Oh, it is part of it, though. Now, again, I probably could have held this, again, this tool. It's meant for this. Meant for this kind of stuff. So that's screwed in. The problem with having so many tweezers is they all have just a slightly different feel to them. Sometimes adjusting in between them, just something goes awry. But again, I know where that spring is. It's on the floor right behind me. This is a small room. It didn't go that far. Plus, again, it hit my leg. I'm not too worried about finding it. There's the crown out. And again, this is not a, in quotes, waterproof watch. There's no gaskets there. It was pretty stiff in the tube, though. Who knows? Maybe there's just a bunch of gunk in the tube here. Piece is falling out. I'm gonna flip this over again because this can all come out now. Setting lever. These two fun pieces. These might be my favorite pieces in a watch. Sliding pinion, winding pinion, ratcheting. Again, names and terminologies and everything. Cool. Let's start using... There we go. These are my beryllium screwdrivers, which are nice. It's a soft metal, so if something does slip, the screwdriver gets damaged, not the parts. Really nice balance too. I do wish it had an Inca block, but obviously this is, I assume, from before that, so there would not be one there. And those aren't screws, they're just kind of like the posts. There's no screws on the end of the balance to adjust those. That's all right. That's about as out of power as that's going to get. Hopefully I can clean up that little stain or whatever you want to call it. We go lefty loosey. And righty loosey. I always get worried with those. Yeah, lefty loosey and righty loosey. Again, beryllium tips. I mean, as you can see, this one's not perfectly perfect. You can spend so much time polishing and shaping that back down. Touch one screw and it's got marks in it. Now, is there a little... This almost looks like it should come out. This centerpiece right here. But again, maybe this is from too early. That's not a thing. A little bit of... Hopefully, is that some just dried up grease? Yeah, as you can see, it's coming off. Just by touching it, so... Just some grease there. Screw stayed with it. Where is this? Okay. I need to work on these tweezers. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how... That big gap on the end? That's issues. Maybe I can cheat for now and just kind of goes back a little bit. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Again, my brain's been all over the place. The weekend you're supposed to sleep in, but here I am Waking up early, watching the Olympics, just being awake. Not on purpose. Oh, that's kind of interesting. This dust-proof tube is in 2 parts. That's interesting. To me, anyway. Again, looking really clean. You can see some dried up grease right around the where the stem is at there. Again, interesting how this this tube, usually that's part of like the case back or something, but it's part of the movement. Interesting. We can take out the setting lever screw. Maybe take it out. I'm just struggling with these tweezers. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the one struggling. There you go. There's the barrel. Again, it looks in pretty good shape. I'm not seeing all sorts of oozing grease or anything. That was a good sign. I'm going to go back to these tweezers. Take the palette fork out here. Where'd the other screw go? Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, gotcha. There it is. 2 screws. We're good. It's there. It was stuck on the end of the screwdriver again. Wow, these are just not gripping like they should. There we go. And that is looking in pretty good shape. Ooh, maybe this one's got way less shellac on it than this side does. I can fix it if I need to, which I probably should. Doing shellac stuff, palette warmers and all that, that's fun, we'll say. It's nothing I'm going to do on stream. I don't want to have an open flame in this small of a space, and I'm not moving the recording stuff somewhere else. Well, for now. The gear train's running nice. All good signs. Now I'm trying to extra make sure that the screws stay in the plate before I, or the bridge before I move the screwdriver away. And we can just go under here. Gently lift that all up. Oh, right here. Doesn't fit. There we go. Kind of a cool bridge. Kind of a cool bridge there. A little extra jeweling on the escape wheel. All right, so issues we got to fix with this. One, I got to get that spring off the floor. Two, tighten up that cannon pinion. It is a shame that all of these, I don't know if you can really see it on the camera there, but the centers of these have like worn, like they're a different color, and I don't know if that's on purpose or not. You can see like it's kind of a rose gold, and then the center looks like it's a different color. And I don't know if they were trying to do that on purpose. I don't think that really rubs on anything. Here, like if you look at third wheel here. Yeah, the center is a different color from the outer, from the spokes and then the outer part. I think it's on purpose. It doesn't look worn. Who knows? Again, the movement itself looks really clean. Didn't really see any worn out. Nothing's bent, too dirty. Okay. Just checking. And there's some more oil on that one. What is this marked? A 17 joule. And what they did is they put the extra joules on the escape. And then not the center wheel. Or just the one extra joule. The cap joule moved over to the escape instead of jeweling the plate for the center wheel. Maybe it's just easier. Maybe it's something to do with the space here. To see this curve right here? This curve right here doesn't really give you much room to jewel that center. Yeah, and again with the case tube being a part of the movement, that's the first time I've seen that. But that is this watch disassembled. You can see all these little parts here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned after I find that spring. Don't worry, I'm going to find it. I'll get it all cleaned up, and then we can work on reassembly. I'll have to get this barrel open just to kind of check over the main spring, make sure it looks okay in there too. Spring on the floor, order a new mainspring, get it all cleaned, reassemble, lubricate it, and then we can put it on the time graph over here. Make sure that it's running great, and then this will be up for sale. So that will do it for this video. I need to remember to not look for this spring on the floor. Thanks for watching. I do have stuff for sale. If you want me to fix a watch, if you got something you want me to work on, let me know. All sorts of stuff going on there. check out the Instagram page. That's where I put a lot of stuff for sale. I've got some custom G-Shocks that I'm looking to sell. They're the Casio, just fun colors. I did some mixing and matching of all the parts. Go check those out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more watch stuff. That's all I've got for this one, so have a nice day.